the share button.
Wait.
Click the last one. And then you could drag it down and then press present. And then present.
Okay. Welcome to my Canva training. It's Halloween themed. You couldn't tell.
I need to speak up a little louder. Project your voice.
Using my big girl voice. Okay. So before we get into the Canva stuff, I just kind of wanted to go over the new listing form a little bit. How do I move this up? Oh my God. The new listing form is really important for me and Brianna to just make sure that you guys have everything you need for the weekend. So I just kind of wanted to show an example of kind of what we're looking for. Just
Can you guys see the form right now?
Yes.
So everything in here is everything that's written in the new listing form is what goes into the brochure. And the bullet points down here is Brianna uses that, and I just wanted to kind of just see if there's any questions about that. If there's certain parts that don't apply to your specific listing, then obviously you don't have to write anything in there. But I know it gets kind of confusing and you're not able to see all of your text when you're writing in here in the sheet. So if you just do text wrapping and press this one, then everything will show up and it won't cut off in the cell. But that's just pretty much it. I just wanted to.
What did you do there again so that you can read that?
Up on B for the whole column.
But sometimes it doesn't work.
Oh.
Sometimes it won't wrap. So right here, it's usually like this where you can't see all of the writing.
Right.
But if you click on it and then go to text wrapping and do the second option, then it shows all of the writing.
Okay, so text wrapping, and what's the second option?
It's just the one with the
In the middle, okay, I see.
the wrap one. There's
Yeah.
different.
And what does that do then? That just makes it so that you can actually read it. It's not wrapping anymore.
Yeah, so that when
It'll
you're
wrap around the
Instead of
box.
seeing one line, you see the whole thing.
yeah, instead of seeing
Okay,
the beginning of it,
One row, you can see
you
all
can
the rows.
yes.
okay. That's good to know.
Buttons on it.
You're welcome. Okay, so now we'll get into the fun stuff. So when you go on Canva, there's a couple different options, and
Everybody to listen to Nour.
Right.
okay, hi. So there's all of these have different dimensions. So if you click on social media, it'll have the certain sizes for Instagram story, Instagram post, LinkedIn, it has all type. WhatsApp, I know a lot of you guys love WhatsApp. Real
Is there a Slack
TikTok.
one?
Maybe there might be,
Probably not.
but
Definitely.
Anyway,
it has everything on here has different sizes. So even if you just if you go on photo editor and say I wanted to edit this photo, you can crop it, you can adjust right here. You can play with the brightness of the photo, contrast, and all of that stuff. And then or there's certain effects that Canva has. So if I wanted to blur a certain part, it'll blur it. It's not always
for privacy reasons,
For-
if
yeah.
people have
Photo.
photos of family members that maybe got left into the photography when you guys were taking the listing photos,
Mhm.
you could go in and just slightly brush those photos over.
Yeah.
Or maybe if there's like a random something on the wall or anything like that, you can kind of have the ability to do that.
Do you have to import the photo, Nor, or can you just drop and drag it?
You can just drop and drag it. You can even do it in a, like right here. You can, if you go on upload and then you could just drag it in. There's also like a bunch of different tools in Canva. Some of them are Canva Pro tools and some of them are regular, like any Canva user can use them. And you could even do like documents in Canva, which give more room for creativity than like if you were to do it on like Docs or Word. You could do videos in Canva. You could send emails in Canva. That's a new feature that came out yesterday where it's linked to either your Gmail or if you use MailChimp, then you can create an email and then just send it out. So like this would be cool if like you wanted to send someone an email and show pictures of the property and have them like placed in different ways. You can just go in here and create your email, and then once you're ready, I mean, I'm just going to.
Nor was very excited about that yesterday.
I was very excited about this. So like if I just drag this photo in and then like went here and started like typing, then I can share it through my Gmail and like send it to whoever I want, and it could be clickable. So like if you click on it and press link, this could lead to our website or your socials or a link tree or like whatever you'd like it to link to. You can link everything.
Nour, can you download that email and then upload it to your email if you're not using Gmail?
I think for right now, this just came out yesterday, this feature, so I think MailChimp and Gmail are the only things that they have. You can send a test email to yourself to see what it's going to look like before the person gets it. But I don't think
It has a download button right there.
I think it was gonna download.
it would download the HTML, which is like
Oh, no,
code.
that's not good.
So it makes it more complicated. I think the easiest, I'm hoping that they'll have more options in the future, but for right now, you can do Gmail or MailChimp. And sending a test email is also cool because you can see what it looks like before whoever you're sending it to gets it. And then, so I just kind of wanted to go over, I know some people had questions about like, if they had a photo and wanted to upload it onto like MLS or something and wanted to have like text written over the photo or edit it in any kind of way, there's a lot of different options in Canva. So like, if I just wanted to add a text, we'd go under the text column and then the heading, subheading, and the little body of text options are like different sizes. I usually just go subheading because then you can just play with the sizing and like fonts and stuff after. So if I just wanted to write like,
What's the difference again between a heading and a subheading?
heading just shows up as like bigger font, but it honestly doesn't really matter because you can always change it after. Like you can just make the size bigger, smaller. So if I just wanted to write like new construction, wait, I don't know how to spell that.
STRU.
And then here, there's all the different fonts in Canva. They have so many fonts. We like the seasons.
That's right.
And then if you want to change the color, there's a bunch of different colors. You can look up colors and play with that. If you want to do dark blue.
Can you show how you can change behind the font, you know how you can make it lighter or darker so that you can see it better?
Yeah, I'm gonna add a little, so there's a couple different ways to add, you mean like a background to the writing?
Yes.
So
Like, can you just fill it? If you wanted that just to be in a white box, what would you do? Do you have to make another box behind it, or can you do fill?
there's two different things that you can do. So one of them is under effects. You can add different effects to the writing. And like, this makes it look like there's like, it's lifted and there's like a shadow in the back. So does this one. And then here, if you go under background, you can make it rounder. Wait, let me click out of it. So. Or like, you can change the transparency of the background.
So that's what I was, the transparency is an important one, because if you're on something light, you can make it darker, and if you're on something darker, you can make it light.
Yeah.
Instead of having to create a new box to put behind it. And it's nice when it's transparent, because I like being able to see the picture behind it,
Yeah.
but not, I don't like a big white box or a green box or blue box. I'd prefer to be able to see the picture, and the transparency lets you see. So if you take the gray off,
Which
I think
the,
you have the gray background on gray.
That color right
this
there.
color right here,
Yeah, and just do plain, whatever it
like
is.
white.
Or not white, just
Clear.
clear, like, not
Like
the
remove it.
left.
Just remove it, right, remove the gray.
Like take the background out, you mean?
I think just when you went back down to color, you had picked gray. So change that to just the top plus, I think is the, just blank.
No, that's.
No,
You
that's
just
like
pick
any
your- it
color.
says, like to remove it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where's the
You have to
red?
pick a color. It's on the color.
I think you have to pick so you have to pick a color and then you like do transparency depending on the color. So like if I wanted to do a blue background, I could do blue background and make it more transparent.
So go up to the middle one, and now go to left. Yep,
This one.
that's transparency. So let's see, go all the way. Because that's color. So color and transparency are pretty,
Color is the color of the box. Transparency is how opaque
Yeah,
the box would be.
yeah,
Spread is
Right.
spreading out the thing itself.
the angles.
The actual like
Box.
background.
right?
Sometimes I do it in a different way. So
Oh, I thought color. Okay, sorry.
color is the color of the box.
Yeah, no,
behind,
if you
and then-
scroll down, since there wasn't anything next to color, I thought color was above, transparency was
Oh, I
above, so that's why.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's transparency. Gotcha.
Or like if you wanted to like curve the text and have something written under, you could also do that. There's some of these styles are great depending on like what the actual photo is and if you want the photo to show or not. Sometimes when I do this and I want,
So that doesn't have any background.
this
Oh.
doesn't have any background anymore. Sometimes you could also go under elements and then there's a bunch of different shapes here.
Well, I don't need one.
And that's where all the Halloween ones came from before. But if I wanted to do this box and make it white and have the writing over it, like, and go all the way across, you can do that. And then you can also make this box transparent and play with the like sizing of that. Or like if I wanted to add a line, you can add a line to the box and make it thicker. And this is how you choose the color in here. But it might, depending on like what you're looking for, I think having the effects is easier than doing the box. It just depends on what you like want. And you can play with the alignment. This is just like normal
You
text
could,
stuff.
you could take that little flaggy looking one next to the circle and
Yeah.
make that one, and then just put it under. And do you have to go like, you know how you have to go behind, send back or send forward?
Yeah.
So
How
maybe
do you
just
do
show
that?
that.
Yeah.
So if if you wanted to do like this and you want it to be in the back, it automatically goes into the back sometimes. But if not, you go under the three dots, or sometimes position just shows up. And then like if I wanted the box in the front, I would go to front and then the writing would disappear. Or to back and then it's in the back. And to back always brings it all the way to the back where you can't see anything in front of it. Backwards just brings it one layer back. And then if you go in here, you can see all the different layers of this photo. So the background photo is always the first one, and then like if I
So
flop
if you,
them,
if you said send to back right now, it would go behind the photo, right?
so the photo, if the photo wasn't the background, then it would go to the back. But if it's the background, then nothing can go behind it.
Okay, gotcha. Good to know.
But if I,
You had a
press-
photo on top of a photo, or you had that photo in a box or something.
yes, if
Gotcha.
I like detach this image from the background, then it's a part of the layers. Like
Gotcha.
the first layer is always whatever the background is, and then you can move it back.
Oh, that's cool. You can
And
just
play with
rearrange
that.
them.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
just, this is sometimes easier than arranging with to front, to
Right.
back and aligning, and
Where was that? How did you see the layers like that? You just click on
Layers.
layers?
you click on position and then it usually goes to arrange, but then you can press on layers.
Oh, cool.
And then like you can overlap some, like it just shows where everything is. And if I wanted to go on this photo and edit it like we were talking about before, that was what I was on before. Was if I just selected a photo from my camera roll and wanted to edit it in Canva. But this is if I'm like doing text over my photo, and like say I thought this photo looked too light or too dark, you just would click on the photo and then adjust it. And there's like a bunch of different things that you can play with in here. And it, if I wanted like the same color writing as like this ocean blue, I can select the blue, and then that will be in my color palette to like, where is it? Right
That's
here.
awesome.
Oh, wow.
So like the photo colors are all here. If I
Wow,
wanted to match
that's
something
awesome.
Wow, that's so cool.
in here, and then
And can you do that? I missed it, so I might have to wait and talk to you personally, because I was late. When you first put it into be a background, do you edit it then? Can you edit it when you create a background instead of creating a picture?
you can, so if this photo was my background, if I just made this my background, if I click on it, then I can edit it. But
Okay.
if it was, you can edit it either way.
Okay, good.
But there's also a bunch of different tools in Canva. Some of them are Canva Pro and some of them are just anybody that uses Canva can use them. But there's like Magic Eraser. Like if I wanted to remove the school bus, I could just click on it and it would be gone. And just like how there is text effects, there is photo effects. So like if I wanted to focus on a specific house or a specific part of this photo, then I can just like, this is the positioning of the photo, and it'll like blur this part out. And if I want it to be less blurry, then I would just play with this. And then you just remove it. There's a bunch of different things that you can do with editing photos in Canva, which is very easy and like straightforward through the editing tab. And then here is like if I was doing a slideshow and I wanted like cool effects or like to dissolve into the next one. This would be like if you're putting together like a PowerPoint type of thing. And then also I wanted to go over
Where was the transition?
transitions, is if you just go here and then animate,
Okay.
or animate is animating the text. Wait, oh. Here. So if you're in design and you wanted to make a slideshow or some kind
Would
of
you
like,
ever make like a reel on this or no?
you could make a reel on Canva. Right here, like if I just wanted to look up like real estate and see, it has a bunch of different, like, if you needed to put together some sort of PowerPoint, like there is like a bunch of different templates for you to start off with. And
So back in the beginning where you went to social media, do they have reels there, like the template reel?
yeah, so here in all the different tabs, there's like all the different kinds of like presentations that or things that you might be doing in Canva, like so like for social media, like what we were talking about before, there's all the like Instagram has its own size and like dimensions and whatever, so you can pick like Instagram post, Instagram square, ad, story. This like will only show you designs that will fit into that specific size. And like you can edit videos on here too, which I think is a little bit more complicated. But yeah, there's a bunch of different things.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So I am going to do a 2-sided brochure because the listing just came on. It's a Friday and I want something for the weekend. Where would I find the template for the 2-sided that you sent me?
Yeah.
And maybe walk through how to do that, because that's, I think, the most, no.
Yeah, I'd love to know where templates
Why?
are. Do we have templates yet?
You're saying if it's last minute and Nora's not around,
Yeah,
can we throw something
Can
together?
we-
It would
okay.
have to be a
Yeah.
template
We
with
don't-
all
we
the
don't have
stuff.
that yet?
we don't have that yet. I don't know.
Okay, so if we get a template
Because
with all
Max
the
is going
banners.
away, right?
If we're honest, we lose control, and agents can do, like you guys would make sure.
It's a compliance issue.
That's what I'm saying, if it's a template,
That it's absolutely
it's
stuck,
locked.
and then all they can change is the photos. We'll try to create something like that, so that.
Yeah.
Higgins has something new coming out, right? Is it gonna have all that?
Potentially.
Okay.
We
But-
don't have all,
And when does Max disappear? Do we know?
November 11th.
Oh, that's
Oh,
soon.
God,
Yeah.
just when I finally figured out.
There's no way to lock certain things. I mean,
We'll-
there
we'll
is,
look into
but
that. I didn't mean to change this. Let's stay on this, but thank you. I don't wanna
No, I thought that's what we were doing today, actually.
creating the things that, yeah.
Like
I
how
can-
to use templates and stuff on Canva instead of Max. But
So what about covers, and we don't have any of that yet? in
So
Canva.
covers will be something that I'm gonna work on through Canva, and then we're gonna have to upload them into ReChat, which will be done before the transition.
what's
The
it
main
called?
thing-
Chat?
It's called ReChat. So the main thing that you guys would be using ReChat for is the same thing that you guys are using Maxa for. So for covers and for social media stuff, because those are the things that have certain compliance things that you guys can do on your own and like we'll provide them. We had our first ReChat training yesterday, actually. So we're working on creating all those things, and then obviously you guys will have access to it once Higgins is ready, so it's really not up to us. If for whatever reason ReChat's not ready by the time that Maxa goes away, then we'll handle like any random things that you guys, like basically covers that you guys would need from ReChat that you don't have access to by that point.
What was your first impression of ReChat?
Fine.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's like, it's literally instead of just going to Maxa, you just go to ReChat. Like you guys aren't gonna see any sort of difference.
And they have more, they've got like CRMs and stuff like that built into it.
Yeah,
right?
there's gonna be, in terms of like the marketing center, it's basically like a 1-for-1. Like there's really, you guys aren't gonna be like, oh my God, this is so much more amazing, or oh my God, this is so much more difficult. It's like basically the same thing. Then there's like other features that we're exploring with them, like potential for like open house sign-ins, like you could make an open house sign-in website on there.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, like certain things like that, there might be additional like options that we could do, but for you guys, like for your purposes, I don't think you guys are gonna like care much once you actually see it. I
Okay.
think it's gonna be like a, nothing crazy.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry to take over your.
no, it's okay.
training.
So I also just wanted to go over all the different options that you see here on the left sidebar. So Design is all the templates that I was talking about before that are already within Canva. This just kind of gives you like different fonts and like, just these are a couple ones that we might have used in the past. And then the elements, there's a bunch of, this is where all like the fun stuff is. So it also has like an AI feature where you can generate photos. It's sometimes good, sometimes bad. You just kind of have to like play with it. And then here is like shapes. Like if I just wanted to add a circle, this is similar to like the writing stuff that we were talking about before. Like if you wanted to add text in here, you could do that. Like if I just wrote like in here, or you can add a text box and put it on top of the photo, and that's sometimes easier because it leaves you with more control of the placement. There's all these different shapes, and then here is like graphic stuff. So there's like if I just looked up I don't know, Halloween characters, like all of the ones that I had before are over here, and like my little monster is now coming out of the circle. And photos, these are just different photos that are like within Canva or some that we might have used before.
Nor if, and I'm not sure if we're getting there like yet, can we show, there's been people who have wanted like a collage of photos on one slide with
Yeah.
like text on it, so that they can use in their listings too.
Yeah.
If that's something that you can show also.
Yes. So depending on the sizing of like the actual collage that you want, there's grids in Canva that are just like square or will adjust to whatever size you have. But like if I wanted to add like 2 photos, this will just add 2 grids. And then if you go on uploads, I can just, like drag this photo here and drag this photo here. And then if I wanted to add text on top of it, I can just go to the text box and add those ones. And you can do that this way and change the fonts. Or
What if you wanted to add Vanderblue logo?
under what you can either download the Vanderblue logo under uploads and like have it as a photo. Since I'm using the logo all the time, I have it set in my Canvas. So if I wanted to,
Can you share that with us?
the logos,
Yeah,
yes.
please.
So who has Canva? Can we just get the pricing on Canva? What is it?
Pro, you don't need pro, but you can.
Yeah.
Just in
we
case
have
you guys
Pro.
want it. I know we do, but if you guys want it, we'll just get the price. Because we'll look into if we can buy a certain amount of them as a team or something, because I know the only reason I like the idea is if you can share some of the elements. So as we change things and it's getting uploaded onto Pro, then everybody that's using Canva would have access to it as well. Otherwise, we'll just
It
email.
doesn't do that?
I don't think if we have Pro, if you can,
If we share a design with you,
Yeah.
you'll have access to the elements, but if you're like making your own design, because it's gonna be through your own account, you wouldn't have like the same like elements as we would.
I don't
Because
think
we
you need
upload
Pro,
our
but-
own like elements kind of thing.
yeah.
Okay.
No, but we could email out a bunch of the logos and you
Yeah.
can
Then you
download
just have
it
to
and upload it into your Canva account.
Right.
And everything's always accessible in the Google Drive too.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
have access to it.
But it's just
like
easier
you
if
got.
like you sent out whatever.
Yeah.
Got links.
And the
Right.
good thing about Canva is once like say you're using a specific photo more often, you can just like any photo that I upload within Canva is gonna be in here. And since this is our team account, there's obviously like a lot of stuff in here, so it's not really something that I'm like always like I'm not always looking through these photos, but if it's your own personal account and you're using the logo often, you're not gonna have a bunch of different things to scroll through. It's always gonna be in your uploads. Or if you wanted to do it yourself, you just go to upload file. Like if there was a new photo that you wanted to add, you can either download it from your downloads, or if it's on your desktop or something, or you can just simply drag it in to the download.
So, back to those photos, I'm just gonna keep asking dumb questions.
No,
So like, you have a photo for Cobley,
yes.
okay? Like, do you have to search through that, or can you type in Cobley? It
If
depends on the-
Cobley's written on the photo, then it'll come up. But if it's just like
What if it's like in
the
the
file,
file name?
I think it will come up.
Okay.
But like,
It should.
if I look up like Vanderblue, oh yeah, if you look up like Vanderblue, it'll show all of our logos here. Like any Vanderblue thing that I've downloaded before is always gonna be in here.
So just type a name of one of the photos that you know of the house that's there.
So should we get the sign in for Vanderblue, or does that open up a big can of worms?
Mm-mm.
Can you,
Like, should we all have access to the Vanderblue account so that
I
we
mean,
can
that's why-
get pictures?
no,
I mean, that's why I was wondering if we had a team account. If ever, we'll look into,
I don't need, like.
You guys
But I would
need
like
access
to
to
be able to
our-
have access to at least the logos.
that will just upload onto your account. That's
Yeah.
no big
Yeah,
deal.
that's
It's
not
more
big.
as
And then,
she's doing.
yeah, I mean, I have, like, that picture is of Cohans, the first one, I already have that. Like, I don't have the open house version of it, but that's fine.
Those are like ones that we are uploading for the Blue Bulletin, so they're
Yeah.
changing like every week.
Yep.
and if you guys ever wanted those, like to post on your own,
Right.
exactly, yeah, we'll send it over to you.
So if you're using a grid in Canva, that's like one of the ones that's already made and it's not one that you created yourself. And I have these two photos. If I wanted to upload the logo, it's gonna think I'm uploading it as a new photo. So in order to fix this problem, you would click on the photo and lock. Actually, not this lock, but you would right click and then lock the photo. And I have to do it on here too.
Wait, what did you just do?
She locked the photo so that you could drag the.
But you can't
transparent
do it
file
from,
over.
you have to do it from where?
You have to right click and then lock there's a
Okay.
lock option, so then you have to lock it, because if it's not locked, it's gonna think you're
Trying
replacing.
to- Yeah,
Yeah, you're trying to replace the photo, so like if I
Gotcha.
just wanted to add Vanderblue on here, I could do that. But if it's not a photo and it's just like, if it's not a grid, I mean, it's just like a background, then it won't matter. This only happens if you're using one of these grids, or if you're using a frame. So the difference between a frame and a grid is if you upload the grid, it's going to adjust to whatever sizing you want, and it's a collage and it's already made for you. But if I didn't like this layout and I wanted to do like a bigger photo and a smaller, like different sizes, I could do like this, and then if I duplicate the size, it'll just make a different one. And then I could have it here. And then if I wanted to fill this gap, then I can do like circle here or whatever. This just leaves you with like more options and more creativity to play with. And it's not just like the already made ones. But
and you can overlap the photos, so the photo can go over the photo, like a real
Yes.
collage kind of thing.
yeah, you can overlap them if I wanted, back to like what we were talking about before, if I wanted this photo to be in the back, I would just go back to positions and move this photo to the back. So then whatever is here will go to the front.
And to turn that photo a little bit, you can show them how you can click. Yeah,
If you want to turn this photo, you just go
Wow.
like that. And now it's the other way. And also another cool thing is, if I say I just want to upload photos into here now so I can show you guys. I don't know. I think that's- But if
So
I'm,
since she turned it, it's gonna be sideways. You
Yeah.
understand that?
or I can
But you can flip that if you wanted to.
flip it, you mean
So the photo is.
Take the
right.
circle one and flip it the other way.
like
Flip it,
this,
no, flip it reverse.
like that?
No, but take the round one, because I don't think you can see it, and have the table go the other way.
Left to right. left.
There's
Right
a-
here?
Yeah,
There
Like
you go.
that?
So if you wanted, if it makes more sense that the
Right.
garage is pointing, you know what I mean? So just know you can, you're not gonna do horizontal, vertical, but you'll do,
Yeah, you can play with or like if I wanted an outline around this photo, you press on these little things and then go online and then you can make it thicker or thinner and then choose different colors.
and can you take the, can you do the photo to the far right with the stairs? And crop it so it's thinner. So I just want to show you because it'll crop like that, but can you,
And then if you click on it, you can zoom in or zoom out. Like if I just wanted to show the stairs and like the front door, I could do that. Or if I just wanted to show this, like you can just move.
see where the box is? So you can change the size of the box, but that picture has to fit in the box. You get it?
Yeah, you can either have the whole picture and, but go smaller, or you.
Yeah,
can
if you just
crop
drag it.
Right. But when you drag it, can you crop, like, let's say I just wanted to crop the door out. I didn't want to change the whole photo. I just want to put it on crop from left to right. So the
you're
whole,
doing double click on it.
Yeah, so I would double click and either drag the photo to not show the
gotcha.
door. Or if the door keeps showing, then you could either just like make it smaller. And like
Right.
zoom or like,
but it doesn't do the actual cutting off the
I feel
page.
like
You have to.
if
you
you right
understand that?
click,
Go
So
like,
here's
just
the box,
bring
you
it out of the
have to
frame.
move
I feel
it,
like
yeah.
if you right click, you can crop too. There's some-
I thought you
don't
could
do it
just,
that way.
I thought you could just crop, instead of it
Yeah.
changing the whole photo, you could just like normal crop a photo, but I don't know how to do it on this.
I feel like I right click.
I usually just,
I never knew the smart crop.
well, yeah, it can smart crop for you.
Oh,
No, I mean, like, I don't do the double click. I feel like I right click.
Oh,
and
I
there's
see.
a click, a crop option.
Yeah, you can, I usually double click, or you can just go on here and then go on the crop.
Yeah.
all right, so
and
if you
that's-
crop, just don't go from the corner. Like go from the side and see if it just takes that one side out, like you would on a normal photo. Nope, like to the right.
Of this. you mean?
It's because it's trying to fill in for the
The
entire
box.
shape though.
Yeah, it has to
Right.
fill in for the shape, so it would have to be
Oh,
zoomed
if
in.
it
So
was
you
a
wanna-
different,
Yeah, so basically you would
wasn't
want to
this-
crop it before you come in here, because it's gonna try to fit.
that's working this way because
It's a
it's
frame.
a frame.
If it was
If it
just
was
the
a regular
actual
photo.
then we
So
can
if I just want to crop the photo without the frame so that I can,
just drop in the photo.
You'd have to. add
Yeah,
one
you would
page,
this
Yeah.
is, so if you
Okay.
drop in a photo without a frame,
right.
then,
Then you could do
Then
what-
you-
okay,
Then
so
you
let's
can-
see, let's see.
so then it would just be like
Perfect.
this, and
That's
then
what I was
that's
trying
it.
to
Yeah.
I was trying to do that on the, but
I
I
see.
put it in the box and it wouldn't do it, so just put it on a blank page and then you can download it.
Yeah,
Amazing. Gotcha.
you, like, I could even just, if I just didn't want this photo to be in a frame anymore, I could, if I delete the frame, then if you delete the frame, it'll delete the photo too. So I usually detach, if you right click and then go to detach image, then the frame is its own thing and the photo is its own thing. If I delete the
Gotcha.
frame, then the photo is now here and it's not in a
Gotcha.
frame.
So now you can crop it,
So now you can
but the
crop
frame
it.
is still there, that you
Yeah.
can add it to. Okay, good to know. I worked like
So
so
how,
long.
how do you tell if something's in a frame or a grid?
So a frame and a grid are, the grids are just frames that are already like made for
Right.
you.
But how do you know that something is a grid or a frame? Like just from looking at that, you go into a template, like
There's no real way to know
There-
unless you like see if you like, let's say try to delete it and
Right.
it says delete frame, so then you know there's a frame there.
Or
Yeah,
if you try to crop it and it moves the whole picture, then you know that you're in a frame.
yes, like if I go to delete, it'll just delete the whole page now, but here it'll give you the option,
Yeah.
but if you,
Or like the detached image, if you like go, if you
Yes.
right click and you see it is able to detach the image and you can tell.
yeah. But it's important to know that like if I delete the frame, the photo is gonna be gone too, because it's deleting whatever is in the frame as well.
And show them the back arrows again. So
That's the undo.
that's the
button.
That's
undo,
the
that's
undo.
the important one, everybody.
So- Another thing, oh, sorry.
And also there's somebody in the chat, I think, too.
You're welcome. I wanted to also show, I know people have had questions about like, especially with drone shots. I'm just making this photo the background so it fills the page. But like, I know people have had questions about with drone shots, like if I wanted to add an arrow to this house, how do I do that? And sometimes photographers do it and people don't like the arrows that they've used or whatever it may be. You can say this is the house, you can either go in elements and arrows just right here, or you can type arrow. There's so many different arrows to choose from. There's like shape arrows, there's the graphic arrows are more like fun and whatever. But I usually go to shapes or
There's a whole meme about realtors and the arrows and stuff.
oh really?
Enough with the arrows, yeah,
That's funny.
Some of them are.
yeah.
There's like
like
these
that.
arrows where you can put text in them,
It's like a shark.
or if you go in lines in shape, there's this kind of arrow, which looks really thin right now, but you can play with how thick it is here. So that's under, what is this called? These 3 lines. If you click on the 3 lines, you can make it thicker, you can make it thinner, you can change the color. If I wanted it to be a white arrow, if I wanted it to be shorter, then I could drag it down and then move it up like this could go.
How do you do a curved one?
There was,
I'll look in 1 second. There's,
I don't know the templates. You could use one.
there was one in the template.
I think it's like a, like the,
graphic.
yeah, the, so these lines are, these are like meant to be straight lines because it's under like the shapes one. But if I went under elements and graphics, then it would be like the more like fun ones. But a lot of the times those you cannot play with the colors and the size. Sometimes like you can make it bigger or like it doesn't get as small as you want it to be or whatever the case may be. This, yeah. Sometimes you can also like make this transparent. Like if I didn't want it to be so white, but I still wanted you to see that there was an arrow there, you could do that. And then the other arrows that we were talking about are under graphics. So like
Oh, yeah.
there's like
Yep.
squigglies and
You just see, can you change the color of that?
You gotta be a pro.
some of, no, I don't think you, I think this one is you can change the color, I think,
Yeah.
of this
It
one.
did have a pro crown on
There
it.
you go.
Did it?
She
It
has.
did, but you have a pro.
So yeah, the crowns are, these arrows that have a crown on them are the
You won't see
pro.
them in yours.
No king.
Got it.
But there's some
That
of them
one.
that, there's some of them that don't have it.
Like that one doesn't have.
Like this
it.
one doesn't have it and it allows you to change the color. So if I
And
wanted this one to be
You're
red,
not allowed to use that one.
and then you can flip it and make it
That one's
smaller.
I've seen that.
Now, could you crop it to just forget that extra loop?
Yeah, if I wanted to go on this element, I would go under crop and then it's
Oh,
just
so
like
you
this.
can
And
take out
then,
the squiggle.
Good job,
Yeah.
Krista.
That's,
Smarty
that's
Patardi.
perfect. That's a perfect little arrow.
Yeah, It is.
Or like if I didn't want an arrow and I wanted a star or whatever, you just literally would just look up.
Make it a pointer finger.
I don't know if
With
you
a
want.
long
why
There
should I-
is.
fingernail.
There is one.
I don't know if we have time, but can we
There's
do like a 3, like an animated, like if we did a PowerPoint presentation or a reel that automatically presented, like if I emailed someone something.
Mhm.
So I guess I'm saying, can you do a animated 3-slide presentation?
Yes, like if you wanted to create a presentation and like send it out to someone.
And if you email it, it would automatically slide.
Wow, that'd be amazing.
No, that would be a video.
Fancy.
You
Yeah.
can't, like, it wouldn't like automatically, like, they would still have to like tab through, and then when you tab through, it would be,
So it can't come as an animated where you click on it and then it automatically changes. Let's
When
check
you-
on, we don't have to get that deep
Yeah.
into it now, but
You should be able to make a GIF.
Full-time job doing this.
it would be a video,
With the MP4, that's like what I send out after
Right.
Monday morning meetings.
yeah.
So like, it just like after a few seconds, it automatically
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
from slide to slide.
And
That's
it's
what
a
you're
video.
talking about,
That's
right?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a,
So you would download it as MP4.
You can send something like if I copy this link, the public view link, it'll send over. And if I did transitions, I'm not 100% sure if it'll do the transitions if I share the slide. You would have to go on Canva. It wouldn't like do the transitions in like your email or something. It would.
like, what I'd love to be able to do, and maybe you can't, is like, they open the presentation, just like PowerPoint. You open the presentation, if it's animated, it automatically goes for you. And if it isn't, then you have to click on it. If it automatically went, and it has to be an MP3, that's okay. But if it was just an automatic slideshow, that would be, either way would work.
That you can
You
do,
can link
automatic,
to a
that's what
slideshow.
we send, that's what we send
So
out.
you just add a hyperlink to the picture that you send on the thing, and then when they click it, and if you create a slideshow for them, it'll do it.
And it will automatically slide.
Yeah, however you set it.
It just doesn't have the
Yeah.
fancy transitions.
You can, if you use like PowerPoint or
Anyway,
something
yeah.
like that.
I'm
or
even just
slides.
thinking, for since we're not using BombBomb with the thank you, so like having a templated, almost like a templated 3 or 4 slideshow of, thank you so much for coming to the open house. And then have the
House,
details,
slide,
yeah,
slide
a
that.
couple pictures, and then thank you so much. Click here to reach out or something. So it's a little more than,
Does
thanks so
Canva have
much.
a slideshow option?
This is a slideshow in Canva.
So if you link to it, it should
So if you share,
Yeah, if you save that and
share,
copy link and then do click here to see or whatever.
if you download.
you
Allow-
want,
allow-
Or have a picture.
allow view access, right? Because then everybody can see it.
And
Is that what that
copies,
means?
yeah. Yeah, if you allow view access, then everybody could see it. But if I,
Can you send
But-
it to yourself and we can see what it looks like?
They wouldn't see it as a presentation, they would see it as like the design, and then they would have to present, and then they would see it.
yeah,
Oh.
Like that,
So if you download it,
But instead, yeah.
But let's,
Present it.
what I'd love for you to do is
As a
figure out
video.
if that can be
yeah,
done,
let's.
and
yeah.
then we'll do it later.
yeah.
You can show us later, but I think having that templated. And the reason I'm thinking for agents to have it, access to it is not so that, like, if they don't have access to ours, then they're going blind and just creating whatever they want. Whereas if there's templates,
Nour creates it for them, so they don't have to.
right, but there are people that if I wanted to get creative and I'm like, oh, I'll do a whatever. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. But,
I would love that.
If you did a create public view link, this is a link that you can share with anyone. And they don't have to sign into Canva. They could just see your
so
presentation with that.
can you create public view link?
Yeah. And if I just like emailed it to you, you would see
You
that.
can even just copy and then put it in another,
You
open
could
a new
put it
tab.
In a picture. No, you can create an email from your Gmail and
just
attach a
wanna s-
picture and hyperlink it to that link and then say click
I
here.
just want to see if she pastes it in there, if it actually opens as that, how it opens. Yeah,
Yeah.
so then
Cool.
inside you can put click here and this is what they'll get.
And if, yeah.
I guess you
Allow-
just have to remember, though, that you have made it accessible, so that if you change it or you go in and do something to it. Because they'll always be able to see it if they have that link, right?
I think so. I think if you make changes to it, they'll be able to see.
Right.
I don't think it,
Yeah, if you had a template, you would save as open
you-
house, something, something.
Is there a
And
way
then that
to
would be your
go to
template.
the three
And that would
dots?
be a
Is there a
template,
way
that would
to
be
not
what
make
you
it
want.
public? No,
You would never send a template.
right there.
You would only send the saved
that's
name
just,
version.
you can also
So you can
see whenever
create-
they access it, like if you want to know if they opened it, it'll like send you an email. Yeah.
But I think with the three dots, if you didn't want to share it anymore, you just delete it, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
could delete the public,
Yeah,
yeah, you
good
could delete the public view link, yeah.
Or if you
Hey.
wanted, if
Happy
you wanted to change it,
Halloween. Are you
rename
leaving?
it.
We're getting here.
Yeah, if you didn't want it to be public anymore, you would go under the public view link tab and then delete the public view link. And now they won't be able to see it anymore. Does anyone have any questions? Any more
I learned
questions?
so much.
Anybody on Zoom have any questions? No?
Thank you, Nour. This has been extremely helpful.
Yeah. of
Yay,
course.
Nour!
Thanks everyone for
Great
coming.
job.
Yeah, really good job.
Thank you.
Christine McVaney, what is going, you look like a superstar. Wow,
Yeah.
gorgeous photo.
Is it too much?
No, it's great. You should be in
No,
one of
it is
those
great.
like, silver hair commercials.
I know, look how beautiful
It's
she is.
incredible.
All right. Ellen and I took new pictures, so Ellen will be presenting her new pictures soon. As soon as she gets better.
On Ellen's
Who
iPad.
did that? Who did
They did.
AI.
AI?
Yeah, we did AI.
AI has good taste.
And a lot of touch up, for sure.
Wow.
We're
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Well, thank you, Nour.
Thank you
Thank
Nour, so
you.
much.
Thanks, Nour. It was great.
Welcome. Happy
Yeah.
Halloween, everyone. Thanks for coming. What do I do now?
Zoom on the bottom.
Go bring that down, all the way down, and then stop share. And then end. Bye, guys.